Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to flush out the yellow channel, or single channel because the channel's blocked. First things first, grab some paper towels. We're going to be putting them on the side here of our print heads. That way if we get any drips or drops, it's not going to go straight down our data cables here and fry our print heads out. Make sure that your printer is off during this whole process. You do not want any electrical current be going through your printer right now while we're doing this. Next, yours is going to have ink in the dampers. This particular machine has been flushed already, so it's just full of distilled water. But I would suggest grabbing a Ziploc bag. So, and what you would do is you're going to grab your dampers and drop them into the Ziploc bag. Now, the reason we do that is because your dampers can leak ink if the soft sides are touched or pressed upon, and you don't want a giant mess inside of your printer. So, because we don't want to see a ton of white ink all over the place, that's why we're going to just take these guys. They're all white, so we're going to put them all together into one bag and keep them off to the side. Now, for the yellow damper, since that's a different color, we don't want to mix it with our white. We're going to grab a separate Ziploc bag for it, unplug it out, drop it into your Ziploc bag, and we're going to just pull it off to the side. There we go. So that's off to the side, out of the way, zipped. So even if it's pressed upon, it won't make a mess. Next thing you're going to want to do, now that we've got our paper towels on our sides, we've got our white dampers out of the way so we can get to that color print head easier. You're going to take one more paper towel and you're going to place it over your white print head. What this is going to do is so that as we're doing our flushing process, if there's any residual yellow ink still on the tube, it's not going to get all over our print head here. Now, what we use is the large syringe that came with your Eyas. We take a little bit of extra tubing, and you're going to take this tubing. It's going to be easier to show you on this front head than on the back, but you're going to be putting it into the back here. The same concept. You have your little nipples here for the nozzles. Each one's unique. You're going to place it on the corresponding nozzle where you just took your damper out of, and you're going to slowly press the fluid through it. So, now we've got solution in our print here. I'm going to do it to the front head because it's a little bit easier to see. You're going to make sure your your cup or Tupperware or cup water bottle is directly below the print head you're working on. You don't want it to be anywhere else because the fluid's going to be going into this cup here. And if it doesn't go in the cup, it's going to go all over your machine. I do place actually a second paper towel down here at the very bottom. Just for any splashes and anything, it'll go on the paper towel instead of on the inside of the machine there. Now, I'm going to place it in the corresponding slot like you would have on yours. And now I'm going to lower my camera so you can see this better. Here we go. Camera's a bit lowered there. So we're going to be pressing onto our syringe. You can see there's droplets coming. And then you press just a little bit harder. And then now this is what we call a waterfall. It's every little channel nozzle that's fully open. It is a single straight line, as you can see. There we go, like a nice straight line. We have a little bit of consistency because I'm not pressing in a very consistent manner since I'm taking a video right now, but you see the nice flush color through like a good solid waterfall. And this is what we're looking for. It may take 1 or 2 goes of doing this to clear up your printhead and whatever blockage is going on inside of it. But this is the concept. And then as you can see, it just all goes into my cup here. After this, you're going to put your dampers back on. And with your dampers back on, you're going to do a quick little manual pump of your system. That way, you've got ink going through, and it's not just the flush clean solution. And so you're going to do this with the clean solution, and then you're going to do it with just distilled water through it just to clean out the solution. If it seems like a larger clog, you're not getting a nice waterfall very easily. What you're going to do is you're going to pump it through just a little bit where you start seeing those drips coming through, and then you're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then you're going to continue the flush. During that 10 minutes where it's sitting there, do cap off, do send it back to its capping station. You do not want the heads to start drying out during this process. So you don't want to start it, leave it here, and then walk off to do something else. You want to make sure that once you start it, you finish the process, and then you send it back home to be capped. That's about it.